the American people stand firm in the faith which has inspired this nation from the beginning. We believe that all men have a right to equal justice under law and equal opportunity to share in the common good. We believe that all men have the right to freedom of thought and expression. We believe that all men are created equal because they are created in the image of God. From this faith, we will not be moved.
Hello and welcome to the Freedom of Thought podcast. I am your host, Paladino Joey, or Joey Awajan. Freedom of Thought is available on all of your favorite podcasts. I thank each and every one of you once and always for downloading and listening to this show, but the circumstance is quite different. This is kind of an alert, extra type of deal. Now, I don't have the details of necessarily what took place during the assassination attempt on Donald Trump on the golf course and all of that, but clearly it was an assassination attempt, and now the second one. It's become clear and obvious this is the deep state doing it, and I do believe the left. I do believe the left is absolutely involved. Names, well, just think of people on the deep state, but think of people that are running the deep state. I just wouldn't doubt that anybody way up there on the left may have something to do with this, and enough is enough. Enough is enough. This has got to stop. People need to be brought to justice. Like, enough is enough. Like, whoever is responsible, in the deep state that's involved in this, whoever is involved, each and every one of them should be brought to justice. And I pray to God that this will happen. I think we all need to pray a lot for Donald Trump. We all need to pray a lot for J.D. Vance, RFK Jr. I mean, it's not a joke when it comes to the Kennedys and what they've been through over the years. The Kennedys, like John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy Sr., Robert Kennedy Jr., how he basically, clearly, this deep state, and whoever they are, from top to bottom, again, I will continue to say need to be brought to justice for so many reasons. They denied RFK Jr. any attempt to be even on the ballots, pretty much, to have any shot at even competing against Joe Biden in the primaries. Didn't even give him a chance, to a point that he just gave up and left the Democrat Party altogether. And now look what they did to Joe Biden. A coup. They literally pushed Joe Biden out the door. Is Joe Biden a good president? Is he somebody I would vote for? Absolutely not. But the way they handled it, and then every sign you see that says vote democracy, not dictatorship, are absolute hypocrites beyond human recognition. Now, tell me one way that Kamala Harris being a nominee is democracy when she didn't get a single frickin' vote for the Democratic nomination. Not one single vote. Donald Trump got the votes. He got the delegates. All the above. Now, how's that dictatorship? Dictatorship is when you threaten people's lives, you murder people, and push your way in. You make a power play to push this person out the door, that being Joe Biden. They made a power play. They cheated to push Donald Trump out the door first. And now they're making a power play to try to throw Kamala Harris in office, whether we like it or not, for the most part. And unfortunately, the American left, as like the citizens, the regular people here that vote in the neighborhoods all across the United States of America, are buying into it. It's unbelievable. Now, a lot of people aren't, but a lot of people are. All over Golden Valley, Minnesota, there are signs everywhere. Vote democracy, not dictatorship. How the heck is Donald Trump a dictator? Somebody please tell me how Donald Trump is a dictator. What did he do that tells you in what way or form that he's a dictator? Seriously. Every single president out there has signed executive orders. Joe Biden signed one after another, knocking people out of jobs, millions of people out of jobs, with one ruling after another, all in the name of climate change, which is complete garbage. I mean, it's warm one day and not warm the next. I mean, there's warm cycles, warm phases. But then now you go to a point where you're kind of pushing a guy out of office, power play, and now multiple assassination attempts on a presidential candidate that you just can't handle the possibility of him getting back in office. You just can't handle it. You got to try to kill him. You got to try to kill him and intimidate him out. You tried to kill him the first time. I mean, you missed by millimeters, basically, maybe a centimeter from killing the person in front of like everybody, basically. Just imagine being there to witness something like that, if you were so unlucky to witness it. You just can't handle the possibility of him getting in office. Now, the second attempt, obviously no bullets were hit or anything. No bullets hit Trump this time around. But the fact that we're jumping right back in this again, I mean, it would happen, 2 months later now? Can't believe it's already been 2 months. But is it just going to keep happening and keep happening and keep happening? It's ridiculous. Now, as Alex Jones says, Trump needs to be more serious about these threats. Like, stop just acting normal, like everything's fine, everything's normal. Yeah, because eventually they're going to succeed in this crap if you don't stop. You got to be better about, avoiding possibilities. But the fact that this kind of stuff can happen in the United States of America to a presidential candidate who improved this economy as much as he did, the fact that this can happen tells me this is no longer the United States of America. These are people attempting to overthrow any form of what we had as a republic, or what they call as a democracy, which I think is two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner, to literally turn it into what they call a democracy and what is true dictatorship, a communist overthrow, dare we say, like they did in, so many different countries, like Vietnam for one, Korea. It just feels like that's what's happening. The communist revolution really in a lot of ways started in the summer of 2020, when a lot of all that crazy stuff was happening, tearing down statues, burning buildings, all in the name of change. Like, we're not going to stop this time. Everything's going down. Destroying history, rewriting history, making it up as you go along. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And dare I mention something that has been talked about for many years, but kind of gets put under the rug because it's like, well, it's in the future, and I don't know, who knows if it's real or not. But I'm beginning to wonder about something, how close we are to something really crazy happening. The third part of the George Washington vision with the angel. What was it? The first one was the Civil War. Second one, I think it was the World War. We were involved in the World War, something like that, or the attack at Pearl Harbor, something like that. But the third part of the vision was a massive invasion of the United States of America that resulted in a unbelievably large war. Massive war on our soil. An invasion. Millions in combat. He could hear the yells and cries of millions in combat. It's frightening, isn't it? He said that was by far the scariest part of his vision. George Washington all those years ago. The famous George Washington vision. Of course, I'll do a whole episode on that. But are we getting close to something crazy like that happening? Because that's what I don't know. But the good part about the vision is that in the end, let's just say the good guys won, like the Americans won, and the invasion was defeated. The invading party was defeated. I'm beginning to wonder because, well, there are millions and millions and millions of people here now in the United States of America. During the Civil War, well, there was 650-some thousand deaths. It was something like that, right? It was like 650,000 deaths. Well, see, back then you didn't really hear about millions of people necessarily. There were millions of people involved, but it wasn't that many millions, where now it's hundreds of millions of people in this country now. And who knows what this invasion is. Dare we say what's been going on with the borders and such. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily it, but it's, boy, it's frightening. It's frightening to think about what's really going on here, but it just reeks of, like, we're really in for something here, and this needs to stop. I mean, we all need to pray. Rather than getting crazy and start doing crazy things, we all need to pray and put our faith in God. And I mean, really, really, really pray heartfelt for Trump, for this country, and for, everyone involved here. That we need to, put this in God's hands with everything we have. With that said, I am going to have to go now, I guess. I'm getting called away here, so I'm going to have to step away and get back to you later.